I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time when I beat Sonny Liston. I told you today I'm still the greatest of all time. Never again defeat me. Never again say that I'm going to be defeated. Never again make me the underdog until I'm about 50 years old. That's right. Then you might get me.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte, Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, and Bob Arum. Get this. Bob Arum warns Dillian Whyte that Tyson Fury could fight Andy Ruiz Jr. or Joseph Parker next instead of him if the deal is not agreed. Tyson Fury's U.S. co-promoter Bob Arum has warned Dillian Whyte that he may not be the next opponent for the Gypsy King. The WBC has now officially ordered Fury to defend his heavyweight world title against Whyte next, but the situation with negotiations remains unclear as they are yet to rule on a split if the bout goes to the purse bids. As such, the situation could drag on, something Arum is not happy with. Fury has made it clear to him and the UK promoter Frank Warren that he intends to return to the ring in March. Following the WBC's orders, this will now have to be against Whyte unless he vacates the belt or finds some other workaround to allow an interim bout. Due to legal situations ongoing regarding Whyte's long-awaited title shot, an interim bout appears unlikely, and it seems Fury wouldn't have to vacate if he is to face anyone other than the body snatcher. However, Arum did not expressively state whether or not this would be the case, okay? Arum told Talk Sports, he said, if we can't come to a deal with Dillian Whyte, we'll do a fight for the Ring Magazine belt and the lineal title, and we'll pick up another opponent. We've got to get Tyson back in the ring by the end of March. Frank Warren and I are determined to come to him with an opponent that's acceptable, and we'd love to do that fight in Cardiff. Andy Ruiz is a possibility. Joseph Parker, I see, had a good fight with Derek Chisora, and that could be a possibility. And we're looking at a couple other names that may be appropriate. Okay. Those are the words of Bob Arum. Let me counterpunch. I've seen this coming for many reasons, and it all ends with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is a guy that does what he wants to do. I think he's made it clear to Bob Arum and Frank Warren that he will, in fact, vacate. I think the vacate mention was by Tyson Fury. You know, Tyson Fury's the kind of guy, he'll get belts and then they're no longer important. He said it himself, right? He contradicts himself at times, but he said it himself. When he does get these belts, they mean nothing. I've had them all. I've held them all. Okay. He's defended it once. So he has actually done that on the WBC end. He's never been a unified defending champ, but it doesn't matter to the Gypsy King anyway. Okay. And the split, I think it's at least 35%. Okay. So if they're trying to give him something under that, they're wrong anyway. Okay, so, but as far as Dillian Whyte, I think he would vacate and Dillian Whyte would become the WBC title holder. But then what does it really mean for sports? Okay, it could mean this. It could mean, well, Tyson Fury, because they didn't want to agree to a certain dollar amount or split, which is fair by the WBC rules. Okay, this isn't a fact of opinion who marquee value is this, that, and the other. These are the WBC rules. And that's what happens when you have a mandated fight. Okay, we already know that the fight is not, the potential fight rather, is there's no rematch. We know that. So we went from no rematch with Dillian Whyte if he beats you or you beat him to no fight if he doesn't take a split that you guys want him to take. That just sounds real strange. How you go from one to the other, right? You go from one to the other and it's like, wait a minute. No rematch clause. The stakes are high because if Tyson Fury loses, that means Dillian Whyte doesn't have to fight him at all again. And what would that mean for Tyson Fury? He's never lost before. You know, it would be new boundaries, new frontiers, because we don't know how he would take a loss. You know, will he bitch up and be confused or, you know, or like these other fighters have been lately, right? In denial. Or will he take it like a pro? Will he take it like a champ? We don't know. And it's just weird because it's like, okay, you guys went through all that with the mandate, the WBC, and then you start throwing demands out there. And then you're like, hey, you know what? We don't even need this belt at all. So you have to ask yourself, what do you value as a fighter? Okay, because you can't say, I'm a fucking Spartan. You can't say that when you're bitching about splits. Well, okay, well, you don't take this split that I want, I'm out. I'll leave you the belt. I'm like, okay, well, damn, what are you, Riddick Bowe? That sounds like some Riddick Bowe shit to me, right? And then come on, I don't care about money. I'm a fucking Spartan. If that's the case, make the fucking fight happen. You know, that's the best fight that we can see. That's a mandated fight. That's like Joshua Usyk. That is the next fight we need to see. And if we don't see it, that is exactly what is wrong with boxing right there. That's exactly what's wrong with boxing, because guys trying to bitch over money, right? That in rules that set aside, and they don't even want to follow the rules that set aside. They would rather give it up, drop the belt and run. That doesn't look good. Because Spartans that I know, that I've learned and read about, don't run. Tyson Fury is supposed to be one of those Spartans, right? He's supposed to be one of those Spartans, so he doesn't supposed to run from something like that. Now, if it's Bob Arum, you know, it could be Bob Arum, you know, he's the money and the money, too much money, all that shit. That could be it, but then you know, if it's Bob, then you have to question, well, and understand that Bob Arum is the reason for a lot of fights not happening. Mikey Garcia, Vasyl Lomachenko, that Pacquiao Mayweather shit for the longest and all this, that, and the other. That could, you know, he was the reason for a lot of fights not happening. Okay? So, it just seems cowardice to me. You know, you're warning someone, hey, we'll drop the belt. That's not a warning at all. I'll give you this if you want more money. Dillian Whyte wants the WBC belt, so how are you really warning him? You're not warning him with anything. You're giving him something because you don't want to fight him, because you don't want to pay him. Based on the rules of the belt that you hold. That makes absolutely, positively no sense to me whatsoever, right? So, at the end of the day, I think if he drops that belt, we should look at Tyson Fury just like we looked at Canelo when Canelo dropped the belt to Triple G. Counterpunch. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Bob Arum warning Dillian Whyte that they will vacate the belt if Dillian Whyte doesn't act right. Bars. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.